everybody. I'll tell you right now, it's a little bit of a hot mess Friday. Hello, everyone. Oh, yeah, it's Friday, isn't it? I'm not wearing my Suspizio shirt. Oh, boy, it's a hot mess. I hope your day's going better than mine. Oh, well, just pretend I'm wearing my Suspizio shirt. Oh my gosh. Well, last night was the members only sale for people who are Paw Squad and Paw Party members. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who joined me last night. I hope you had a lot of fun. I thought it was a really fun sale. And by the time I did the video, got everything organized from the sale, I went to bed, and I did the sale up on my counter, my kind of island, connected island. But I didn't move things over back to my spot. So here we are, still at the counter. I haven't had time to get everything listed on my sheet. So I'm going to be doing that while we're doing the sale too. Like I said, it's Hot Mess Friday, but you know what? It's okay. It's fine. We're going with it. Everything will work out in the end, right? Right? I think so. I'm going to say hello to Tracy. Hi, Gina. Hi, Jamie. Hello, Denise. Hi, Donna. Hello, Mary Ellen. Hi, Sarah Lee. Hi, Debbie. Hello, Bonnie. So nice to see everyone. Yeah, sometimes, the days just don't quite go as we want them to, but we still make the best of it. Yeah, and there we go. So having said that, I will just let everybody know I didn't even have a chance to get water. So I've got one bottle of water in the fridge. Normally I use my Brita filter, but today this is what we're going with because I ran out of time. Hello, Pamela. So nice to see everybody. All right. Tonight will be the Suspizio show with Erin Proctor and Angie's Oddities. And hopefully Sue will be able to pop in and say hi. Yeah, my lighting is also a little funky today. Again, we're just going with it. We're totally going with it. So that's what's happening tonight. Saturday night for my late night sale, I am going to be having Becky, Vintage Viking Treasures, and Denise's Magical Emporium. They're going to be joining me for my Saturday sale. I think it's going to be pretty epic. These glasses just don't quite sit right. Oh, well, I'll just tilt my head. That'll be fine. Part of Hot Mess Friday. There we go. So with that, yeah, those are the big announcements of the day. I do need to go by my mailbox today and pick up at least one package. There should be 2 packages for me. And those packages I will need to open. Now, all other packages I have been holding on to for, Sandra. Sandra, I need to send you an email reply to you, because I think I know what's going on with the whole accessing everything, and my apologies on that one. Uh, oh, that's awesome, Denise. Let's see. Oh yes, I will be opening the 2 packages. Other packages I've been saving for the birthday in air quotes. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be having that next week, but I want to talk to Sue a little bit about an idea that I have about what we can do about the birthday. Yeah, so I have some thoughts on that. I'm going to talk to Sue and see about that. So we can, because we just don't know. I talked to her 2 days ago. I didn't have a chance to talk to her yesterday. And I don't think she's leaving the rehab facility in the near future. So trying to think of a backup plan for that. But I think I may be onto something, and I'll let you know when I have more info. But 2 of the packages that I will be picking up today happen to be more time sensitive. So I will be opening those and sharing those tonight for the Sue Spezio show sale. All right. So let's go ahead. I've told you everything that you need to know. And if things look a little different, yeah, it's part of Hot Mess Friday, and it just is what it is. But I am doing a book sale today. I've got a bunch of books. They are very low price starts on these books. So that's good incentive right there for them to find a wonderful new home. Hello, Joyce. And I'm going to start off with some free books. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? Let me get back up to the top of my list here. Oh, let me do, oh, nope, I can't do that. Okay. We'll do this. All right. Free book, Consumer Reports, The Best of Health, 275 questions you've always wanted to ask your doctor, and they answer the questions. So that they have questions and answers. This one, let's type in number 1. Number 1, if you would like this one, and it is going to be free, and I will, excuse me, and I will, based on other purchases you have and stuff, calculate, the cheapest shipping option for the books. Sometimes it's to separate them out for media mail, and others, sometimes it's cheaper to keep things combined because the 2 separate prices add up to more than the combined price. So, oh, did you see that little bird? Little bird right there. And Bonnie is in for the free book. Thank you, Bonnie. Yeah, so I do usually try calculating things both ways just to be sure that I am getting the cheapest shipping options. All right, another free book. This one is Living Sober. Thank you. This one, oh, some methods AA members have used for not drinking. So this one is free, and let's just put in number 2. Number 2, and this one has 87 pages. 87 pages in it. So number 2 for Living Sober, and that is a free book. Hi, Carol Lee. And Carol Lee is claiming that one. Thank you. Okay, next is a book called Staying Okay. And on the back here it says, if I'm okay and you're okay, how come I don't feel okay? And let's see, what does this say? In this enormously helpful and caring book, The Harrises, right there, show us how to identify and dispel joy-robbing, oppressive voices from the past, which undermine us in the present. They prescribe specific steps to examine parental messages recorded when we were children, along with the often distorted assumptions we made about them. So this one, yeah, let's just do number 3. Number 3. So it says a practical program for lifelong well-being. And Mary Ellen. Thank you, Mary Ellen. Hi, Kim. All right, another free book. Yep, free books. This one, Outboard Engines, Maintenance, Troubleshooting, and Repair for 2-stroke and 4-stroke engines from 2 to 300 horsepower. All right, you got an outdoors person in the household? Well, they might enjoy this. Let's just do number 4. Yep, number 4. This is a free book. Free book. Well, most of these books, we're doing like 3. I think everything's going to be $3 and under in this sale. Very inexpensive books. So number 4 for the Outboard Engines book. I know, it's oddly specific, isn't it? But if nobody grabs it this round, that's okay. I will bring things back for the speed round. All right, up next, free book, Corey Everson's Fat Free and Fit Complete Program for Fitness, Exercise, and Healthy Living. This one's going to be number 5. We'll just keep it going. Number 5. And we've got all kinds of helpful tips, exercises, food, shopping. Now, if she would just come over and make everything for me, that would be great. So that one is free book number 5. Number 5 for that one. And all right, the last free book. This one is Joyce L. Vedra, PhD, Bottoms Up from Cellulite to Sexy in 24 workout hours. This one's going to be number 6, free book number 6. And this one, I'm sure, full of exercises and helpful food tips. So number 6 for the free book. All right, so we will bring those back for the speed round. But if you change your mind, just put in 4, 5, or 6 for those books. And we will go on to $1 books. And we will start with a very oddly specific book. Because I'm up in Washington, the Seattle area, we have the University of Washington up here. This is a book called Bitter Roses. Oh, let me get my $1 start in here. And back in the early 90s, The football program ran into a few scandals after having, let's see, they had undefeated season. They won the Rose Bowl. They won the national championship. And then things got kind of ugly with the football program. And I think they ended up on probation for a couple of years. It was not a good time in Husky football. So this book kind of documents what happened, you know, the triumph of winning everything and then kind of losing everything too and having to rebuild back the program. So that one is $1. And thank you, Sandra. And we will count that down. Going once, going twice. And sold to Sandra. Thank you. Let's see, put that there. All right, next for $1. Yep, I have a lot of children's books today. This is celebrating Chinese New Year. And so this does explain traditions for Chinese New Year. Foods that are cooked. Oh, you got to prep with a haircut, of course. And then the New Year's celebration. And so that one, celebrating Chinese New Year. And that's $1. All right, the next book for $1, The Story of Ruby Bridges. This is a scholastic book. And you start off meeting Ruby Bridges. Going to court, going to school. And very nicely illustrated. And that book is $1. All right, next book is I Love My Family. This is also a scholastic book. And this one, oh, we learn about family trees. We learn about past generations of families. And this one is also $1. And it's called I Love My Family. Okay, next book I have 2 copies of it. So 2 are available for $1. This one feels thinner than this one, but they look the same. Yeah, they look the same. Sandra, I think you, oh, Sandra might be lagging. That might be the problem. I think Sandra is lagging. I think she's claiming some of the free books. So Sandra, I think I understand now what's going on. You were claiming some of the free books, but you are lagging a little bit. All right. Now I see what is going on. Okay. So Sandra, just for when you get caught up with this, you'll just realize now that you are lagging a little bit. Number 1 of the free books was claimed. Number 3 of the free books was also claimed, but number 6 of the free books is available, and I will put your name. I will put your name on that one. All right, there we go. So Sandra, yes, I'll put that in the chat. Let me see here. Sandra Lagging. And I'll put number 6 is yours, but other free books already claimed. There we go. So she should be able to see that at some point, and then we'll get her caught up. All right. Let's see. So then the one that I have 2 of is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And this is about the town of Chew and Swallow. So they did actually make they made a couple of movies about this. So Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It is a really fun book about, storms that bring food. If only that could happen now. So I do have 2 copies. Hi, Sherry. So 2 people can claim this. And I've got Sherry in for 1 copy, and I do still have 1 copy available. All right, next book for $1 is It Looked Like Spilt Milk. This is also a Scholastic book. And kind of like, what do you see in little figures that kind of look like spilt milk? Or if you randomly spilled milk, what would it look like? Kind of like looking up into the clouds and seeing, what do you see? So kind of the same thing, but this one is with spilt milk. And that is $1. Yeah, like an ink blot test. Yep, exactly. So this one is called The Wind Blew. And this one kind of, it kind of adds to what the wind blows each time. And more people get their things blown away in the wind. And then they all start chasing their blown items. And then just when you think they're all going to lose all of their items, the wind decides to throw them all back at them and go out to sea. So that one is The Wind Blew, and that was $1. All right, next one, Little Rabbit's Loose Tooth. This is also a Scholastic book. And Little Rabbit's tooth is loose. It comes out. Kind of ties in a little with Easter because they're rabbits. And then what do you do with the loose tooth? And Sherry is in for the Loose Tooth book. Thank you, Sherry. And I am going to mark that as sold. So thank you, Sherry. All right, the next book I have 3 copies of. So 3 people can get this one for $1. What will the weather be today? So this one's got all different kinds of weather that can happen. And today it was chilly here. We had a cold morning. So this one, I have 3 copies of What Will the Weather Be Today? And they are $1 each. All right, next is Stargazers. This is a Scholastic book. So stargazers, what can you see up in the sky? And how to spot everything up in the sky with a telescope. And Mary Ellen is in for the stargazers. Thank you. And going once, going twice. And sold to Mary Ellen. Thank you. All right, next is Antarctica. This one is a little rough. It's got a big fold and it has some damage on the spine right here. So this one, $1 about Antarctica. And I think mostly the penguins of Antarctica. Oh, what do they do when a helicopter comes? So there you go. $1 for Antarctica. Next book is Tacky the Penguin. So Tacky the Penguin. I don't know. He likes to wear Hawaiian shirts. I don't see anything wrong with that. Oh, he eats sandwiches. He likes to flop in the water. And there you go. The Adventures of Tacky the Penguin. And Sherry is in. Thank you. And going once, going twice. And sold to Sherry. Thank you. Penguin Pete. Ahoy. Let's see about the Adventures of Penguin Pete. Looks like he's going for a swim and he finds a boat. Oh, and he has a snack. And then did something happen to the boat? What did I miss? Oh, they leave the boat. I see. They find the little dinghy and they leave, but then the dinghy gets a hole. And Sherry is in for Penguin Pete. Thank you, Sherry. And going once, going twice. And sold to Sherry. Thank you. More penguin books. Yep, one more penguin book. This one is all about penguins. Penguins having fun. And this one is a Scholastic book. And that is $1. All right, next we're going on to grasshoppers. Amalia and the Grasshopper. So here she is playing basketball. And she has a little conversation with her grandfather, who shows her a little grasshopper and shows her some basketball moves. And she goes back to watch the grasshopper. So that one, $1. This one is called One Night. And one night the baby brother is crying. So she goes to look in on him and gets him to play and stop crying. And then he has a snack and goes back to bed. That one called One Night. All right, next is What Lila Loves. There we go. Lila loves lions and lambs and ladybugs and leaves and lizards and the library. And Sherry is in. Thank you, Sherry. And going once, going twice. And sold to Sherry. Thank you. All right, now for something completely different. I have a 1964 lawn and garden book from Ortho. And I actually have two of these. So they're going to be for $1 each, 1964. And this does deal a lot with shrubs, what to look for, especially roses with aphids and stuff. Some growing tips. Little fruit trees, which actually sounds like a whole lot of fun to have. Of course, Ortho products for getting rid of your pests, how to identify pests, and then for your roses, what to look for. So I have two of these 1965 lawn and garden books from Ortho, and they are $1. $1 each. All right, next is a 1982 Burpee Seeds catalog. Now, these older catalogs are fun to go through and look at because they offer like different varieties of things than you could find today. Sometimes they're the same. year after year, the popular ones, but sometimes they have some obscure things in here that you didn't know existed, but now that you know that they exist, you can go and find them. Because there's a lot of people who do, keep track and keep all of the old seeds that maybe are not as popular, but people still want to be able to grow them. And thank you, Carol Lee. And going once, going twice, and sold to Carol Lee. Thank you. Now in Washington, Ed Hume was a huge gardening specialist. He had a TV show for like decades, all about outdoor gardening, indoor gardening. This is a 1984 catalog from Ed Hume. This one also probably has some varieties that are no longer around, but it does show you some of the growing successes that he had. So this one, 1984 Ed Hume catalog. All right, I've got a few more of these. Oh, Carol Lee is in for Ed Hume. Thank you, Carol Lee. And going once, going twice. And sold to Carol Lee. Thank you. A 1984 Harris seed catalog. So, yep, there is value in looking through these older catalogs, again, for different varieties. What is that? A Golden Bell. See that back in 1984, that was a new one, a new color hybrid. I don't think I've ever seen a color gold, a golden pepper like that. Pretty cool. Here is a yellow zucchini called the El Dorado. So yeah, so there's some really fun varieties and stuff in here that you just may not know about. Yeah, Ed Hume did have a very calm voice, and I used to watch his gardening show all the time. I really enjoyed it, even though I didn't have a garden. I didn't have a garden at all, but I really enjoyed his show. So there's that one for $1. Another one, this is the Stark Brothers 1984 Fruit Trees and Landscaping Catalog. So this one's got all the fruit trees in it. How many varieties of just, apples and peaches. There's more than just like the one kind. But this one also shows you, mature trees. Oh, you can have a pecan tree. That one actually that could be fun. And then your berries. So this catalog from 1984, and that's $1. All right, this one we're going back a little bit. 1964. 1964 Walter Max Gardens. You can see the pretty irises. So yeah, we've got beautiful pictures of irises. And don't forget too, all of the crafters out there. These are wonderful pictures to use for crafting also. Oops, beautiful pictures of irises in here. My goodness. And again, varieties of irises we've probably never heard of. And I can tell you in the back, we do have roses too. Oh, lilies. Lots of lilies. And, you know, now that I look at these lilies, in fact, the place, I don't know the name of the people that I get my lilies from, but they do come up from Oregon. It could be the same company that I bought my lilies from. I bought them in person up in Everett here at a garden show, but I do remember them coming from Oregon. Look at that. Could be the same company. And then we've got the roses on the back. So that's a 1964 bulb and plant catalog. And that is $1. And then the McClure and Zimmerman flower bulbs from 1986. And that catalog is $1. And then one more, 1984 Park Seed Flower and Vegetable High Performers. So their catalog. And that is $1 for the catalog. All right, next up for $1 is a book called Outliers. And it is the story of success. And this says, there is a story that is usually told about extremely successful people. In Outliers, that the true story of success is very different. And if we want to understand how some people thrive, we should spend more time looking around them at such things as their family, their birthplace, and their birth date. The story of success is complex, but interesting. Like what made the Beatles and Bill Gates, you know, successful. So this talks about what are the clues of the successful people out there. And that one is $1. And I think Sandra has caught up with us. Sorry, Sandra. So sorry I think that you were lagging there for a little bit. And here we go. So Sandra for Outliers. And if that is not correct, just let me know in the chat and I will, we will figure out where you are in the chat. I know sometimes the lag affects people a lot. And it's not anything on your end. It's just lag. But I'm going to count that down for Sandra. Going once, going twice, and sold to Sandra. Thank you. All right, next is a book for kids about choosing good health. Oh, so Sandra, one of the things you can do also, if you're on a computer, down towards the bottom of your screen, right about here, is a little thing that looks like a gear. It's a round circle. If you click on that, one of the options on there is speed. Click on the speed. The bottom option is 2 times. If you do that at several times through the sale, it will speed everything up. It'll just speed it up and then go back to normal speed once you hit normal speed. But that is a great way of always staying current and not having to constantly go out and refresh, because sometimes that still doesn't keep you current. But if you adjust your speed 2 times, speed it up, goes back to normal speed, then that is a really good way of staying current. So this book for kids, Choosing Good Health, for adults too. It's just set up in a style that's easier to read for kids. And this one is $1. It teaches you a little bit about your body and how to stay healthy. So that one is $1. And it's a pretty big book. And it's still going. There are 362 pages to that one. All right, next one, Happily Grateful. And I think it's just a little book of like poetry. Let me see. Yeah, kind of like a little book of poetry. And some pretty pictures, little drawings, all kind of in the same theme. So that one is $1, and Carol Lee is in for that one. Thank you, Carol Lee. Let's see, it's right there. And going once, going twice. And sold to Carol Lee. Thank you. All right, oceanography. Yeah, who's got an interest in oceanography? I'm going to take, it comes with this little thing of tides. Tide tables. It's like a little plastic tide table. But this one all about oceanography. And that is $1. And you can learn all about the tides and other things, I'm sure. But tides from the tide table. And thank you, Sarah Lee. And we will count that down for Sarah Lee. Going once, going twice. And sold to Sarah Lee. Thank you. All right, now this book is called Stairwell to Heaven, and it is a 9/11 World Trade Center survivors' story of escape, heroism, and family. It's not a very thick book, but this is about Earl Johnson. Earl Johnson and his wife and their 3 kids were an ordinary family, but he was on the 51st floor of the North Tower. But it does talk about his experience, and it is signed by him. So that does come with the author's signature. And it does have some pictures. And Carol Lee is in for that one. Thank you, Carol Lee. And going once, going twice. And sold to Carol Lee. Thank you. Hi, Doria. Okay. And I'm going to put these here. All right. We are going on to $2 books. And up first is The Planets. So this one, yep, we get pictures and we get to learn all about the planets in the solar system. The space stations, how we can get there. They just got some astronauts off the space station, I think, who had been there on a little extended stay. Poor people. And Sherry is in for the Planets book. Thank you. And going once, going twice. And sold to Sherry. Thank you. All right, next is my first book about space. Questions and answers. Oh, we land on the moon. Probably, how do we walk on the moon? The constellations, the planets. And that one is $2, my first book about space. All right, next is the picture book of the planets. And it takes us through each of the planets. And we learn about all of them. And back when Pluto was a planet. That one, my picture book of the planets. All right, then we have space. Ooh, I don't know if there was a colorful poster in here. I will see. But this one's a little more like an activity book about space. So fun things to do, little games to play. And that one, I do not see a poster in here. So no poster. But a nice activity book about space for grades 1 through 3. Then we have, this is going to be a pair of lawn and garden books from the 60s. There's a pair of them. Really fun graphics on the covers. I can tell that it is from the 60s because of the phone numbers. They start with the 2 digits. But you are going to get both of these for $2, 1960s ortho lawn and flower books. So that is the pair of them. And hi, Sharon. Sharon is in. Oops. I'll grab both of them here. And they are right there. And thank you, Sharon. And going once, going twice. And sold to Sharon. Thank you. Next, penguins. Yep, more penguins. And this is the primary mailbox, which is like a little activity book for kids. And Doria is in. Thank you, Doria. So you get to learn some things. You get to have some activities. And we will count that down for Doria. Going once. Going twice. And sold to Doria. Thank you. All right, another penguin activity book. This is thematic unit. Again, it's just fun activities and learning. And this one centers around penguins. So lots of fun activities for you to do, games to play, and that one all about the penguins. I have another one of these, but this time it's all about bats. So it is all about learning and fun activities that involve bats. And that is also $2. And Carol Lee is in for the bats. Thank you, Carol Lee. And going once, going twice, and sold to Carol Lee. Thank you. All right, Eyes on Nature, penguins. This one has real photos of penguins and where they live, all the little penguin families, penguins having fun. Different varieties of penguins. So that one is $2 for the penguins. All right. For people who like novels, this one is John Grisham, The Whistler. Let's see, what does this say? We expect our judges to be honest and wise. Their integrity is the bedrock of the entire judicial system. We trust them to ensure fair triads, to protect the rights of all litigants, to punish those who do wrong, and to foresee the flow of justice. But what happens when a judge bends the law or takes a bribe? Ooh, John Grisham, The Whistler. And thank you, Sandra. And going once, going twice, and sold to Sandra. Thank you. All right, next novel, The Target. This is a Will Robbie novel. I am not familiar with Will Robbie. Let me see if it says anything about here. Oh, the president knows it's a perilous, high-risk assignment, but if he gives the order, he has the opportunity to take down a global menace once and for all. If the mission fails, he will face certain impeachment, and the threats against the nation will multiply. So the president turns to the one team that can pull off the impossible: Will Robbie and his partner, Jessica Reed. So that one is $2. All right, this one is the 14th Thomas Black mystery, and it's 2 Miles of Darkness. And on the back it says, tasked with the embarrassing job of finding a lost dog at the bequest of an elderly family friend, P.I. Thomas Black's quest for the dog quickly shifts into something dark and deadly when he learns the dog fled the scene of a double murder-suicide. There's something disquieting about the crime as well as the hasty police dismissal of it. What's worse, several weeks earlier, Black met the two deceased who told him that told him they thought they were being followed. Now this one is, if I remember correctly, nope. I thought this one was signed by the author, but I guess not. What was the other one I thought that was signed? Nope, not signed, but nice big format. And again, this is the 14th Thomas Black mystery. So $2. For crafters, oh, Sherry is in on that one. Thank you. I know I always like these kind of mystery books. If I just had a little more time to read. Going once, going twice, and sold. But I'm happy to pass them on to someone who will equally enjoy them. For the crafter, the wreath book. Yep, all about making wreaths, Christmas wreaths. And I like this one with the vegetables in it. I'm sure they're fabric vegetables, but that's still really cool. So this one all about making wreaths. And Bonnie is in. Let's see if I can show. Oh, yeah, all the different kinds of materials, the dried flowers, the evergreens for the winter wreaths. I like those. Oh, that's got a nice variety. Was that a wreath made out of bread? I think that was. Okay, I think that one might be my favorite wreath. Oh, wreath for your hat and your hair. How fun. And Bonnie is in for that one. Thank you, Bonnie. And going once, going twice. And sold to Bonnie. Thank you. All right, next book is all about pruning. This is also an ortho book, but it does show you all different kinds of trees and hedges and how to prune them. Yeah, I just kind of take a guess. I have a maple out front, one of those maples that kind of goes like this. I have to prune that thing like crazy and give it a haircut. And Carol Lee is in. But that thing is so hardy. I'm not worried about mispruning it. And thank you, Carol Lee. Going once. Going twice. And sold to Carol Lee. Thank you. Okay, this is a big textbook. This has 610 pages. Introduction to Astronomy. But this is like a serious textbook about people who really want to learn about astronomy. But I'm telling you, you get through this book, man, I don't think you need any more courses. This is so detailed. in-depth 600 pages of astronomy. And that one is $2. This would be good for someone, maybe a younger person even, who's interested in astronomy. They can kind of play around with this, see if that's something they really want to get into. Plus there's like a bibliography throughout these where they use, all the books of reference. That can lead you down to a whole bunch of other rabbit holes of really good textbooks out there. So Introduction to Astronomy, but that's a big book. All right, next I have 3 books. Yep, you are getting 3 books for $2. And these are all boxing books. So you are going to get Boxing for Everyone. You are going to get The Ultimate Boxer. And you're going to get $1 Million Baby. So all 3 boxing books. This one, I think, actually teaches you the skills to become a boxer. $1 Million Baby, of course, that's a novel and a movie. And then this one, I think, is more athletic, but still, you still learn a lot. And thank you, Sherry. So, yep, all 3 books for $2. And going once, going twice. Oh, goodness. And sold to Sherry. I was moving the next one down. Oh, wait, is that the... Okay, hang on. Nope, this is the... Oh, no, that is... Okay, I was setting up these when I was half asleep. Well, I guess those are. Okay. This is our next pile here. And you are also going to get 3. Hi, Jamie. 3 for $2. And you are going to get a Vietnamese American boy. So this is a actual picture story about a Vietnamese boy. Then you are going to get a book about Vietnamese New Year. So this teaches you the history of the New Year's celebration. And it also does teach you some words. And then this may look familiar, but these are the Vietnamese and English flashcards. Hi, Happy Maker. So in here, you will get, do I have that? Nope. Well, you'll get 1 card for it in English and 1 card for it in Vietnamese. Well, I'll just show you. And then there's another one for that in Vietnamese. But you are going to get all 3 books and the cards. Well, 2 books and the cards. There we go. For $2. All 3 items. And thank you, Happy Maker. I've got you for that one. And going once, going twice. And sold to Happy Maker. Thank you. Okay, next one is a health book for kids, and it's called Heart Power. It's a spiral notebook, and it does have tabs. So we have tabs for Heart Start, Workshop, Activity Sheets, Classroom. But in here, you are going to get all kinds of information about, doing healthy things for your body, eating well, not smoking, exercising, things that kids can learn to help them stay healthy. Hi, Jolita. I hope you're having a better start to your day, Jolita. And then, you actually get to learn about the heart and fun activities to do. Thank you, Pamela. And we will count that down for Pamela. Going once, going twice, and sold to Pamela. Thank you. Okay, the next book is more for a teacher, but that doesn't mean if you don't have a young person in your life that you can't apply this to, to just having fun with a younger person. But it does teach a teacher how to get ready to teach the first grade. So it's got all kinds of things in here for teachers. Oh, no. Oh, you're down in Florida. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll bet things are still a mess down there. So this one's all about teaching the first grade. But again, if you have a youngster in your life, you might be able to pick up some tips in that one. Another book for teachers is called What Are the Other Kids Doing? And so if you're working with a group of kids, what do you have the other kids working on to keep them busy while you are kind of more focused on, a smaller group within a classroom, within, even a Sunday school, any kind of, after school activities that maybe you have kids involved in. You want to do a little more one-on-one with, a child or two. This gives the other kids something to do while you're working with the smaller group. So you can apply this not just for teachers, but any activities where maybe you have, a group of kids. So that one, What Are the Other Kids Doing? That is $2. Next one is Science Made Simple. And this one is also, kind of geared towards teaching, but it doesn't have to be. Science Made Simple, grade 1. And it's just going to have fun activities. You don't have to be a teacher. But maybe you have a youngster in your life, or maybe you're interested in science and you just want to start off nice and simple and just get the basics down. This is a nice way of just learning more about science. Those were not my favorite subjects in school. So this would be, as an adult, this would be an easier way to get back into science if I was interested. But a lot of people are interested in learning more about science. So that one is $2. All right, now I do have some more rock and gem magazines. I have 4 of them. I didn't have a chance to complete my sheet this morning. So I am kind of doing this as we go. What is that one? January. Okay. And then we have, so I have 4 and they look like they're from the late 70s and early 1980s. And this one is September. Okay. So these are rock and gem step-by-step jewelry making. It teaches you rings and stones, wood and silver scraps. There's lots of ads in here, but there are also lots of stories. Shows you how to work with rocks and gems, sometimes where to find some of them, where they come from, about the area. Thank you, Sherry. And then there are some glossy pages in here also that give you a little more info. Ooh, Pinto Creek Treasures. So Sherry is in for this one, which is the June 1983. And thank you, Sherry. And going once, going twice. And sold to Sherry. The next one is from January 1984. The Gold Hunters, Pioneer Gold Finding Techniques, Sluicing and Crevicing for Gold, Metal Detection, Treasure Hunting Clubs, Old Yuma Gold Mines, and Field Trips. So this one may be a little more focused on gold. So that one, all kinds of techniques and tips for working on finding that gold. Oh, here we go. How to sluice. I guess that's get it wet. So that one is $2. Next one I have, how to know real turquoise. That one could be very helpful. So if you're interested in turquoise, this could be the one for you. So you can learn about it. Ooh, making a pretty setting. Ooh, where to find that stuff. And I have Sandra in first at 2. I have Pamela in at 3. It is a little hard to just kind of thumb through here and find those stories. Oh, there's a story on cloisonne. Oh, that's cool. All right, so this one also has a story on cloisonne. Sandra is at 4. Oh, Bonnie, I'm so sorry. I didn't see that you came in also. Thank you, Bonnie. I was trying to find the turquoise. Filigree bracelets. All about waxes. And Sandra is at 6. Let's see. The Craftsman of the Month. Jade. Glass menagerie, like old glass. And here it is. Testing turquoise. There we go. Testing turquoise. So there is the story on that. And thank you, Pamela. And we will count that one down for Sandra. Thank you. Going once. Oh, Lucinda came in at 7. Hi, Lucinda. And this one has a story on how to know real turquoise. It also has a story on cloisonne. Sandra is at 8. And Lucinda is at 9. Sandra is at 10. And thank you, Lucinda. And we will count that down for Sandra. And going once, going twice. Oops. And sold to Sandra. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I have one more of the rock and gem, and then I do also have jewelry making magazines, and those are mostly from the 80s, early 80s. Okay, so our last rock and gem, this one, oh, gemstone egg rings. But let me see. I had better luck just kind of going through here. Oh, Mother's Day. How to retip a ring. Superior geodes, which are from, must be from Lake Superior. So there's a little trip where they go and find superior geodes. They've got a picture here of stones, 5 stone jewelry, how to make that. Agates and wood and where they found them. Oops, this way. Agates and wood. Ooh, look at those. Bolas. Not familiar with those. Oh, right, Lucinda. And thank you, Carol Lee. Yeah. Oh, and look at these. Look how cool those are. And we'll count that down for Carol Lee. Thank you. Going once. Going twice. And sold to Carol Lee. Oh, I didn't clear my screen. Sorry. Don't be afraid to type clear your screen in the chat, because I do forget sometimes. All right, next I have jewelry making gems and minerals, how to design and make Western style jewelry. This magazine shows you how. Let's see if I can find that in here. Oh, gemstone and feather hat bands. New Hampshire gem pockets. Where to find those in New Hampshire. Return of Crystal Hill. It's a pretty crystal. And thank you, Sandra. In Search of Gold. And oh, here are some like Western style motifs in here. And we will count that down for Sandra. So going once, going twice, and sold to Sandra. Thank you. All right, next one for $2. This is pearls, the most beautiful gems of the sea. So that one is all about pearls. Let's see, it also has a story about jade and working with multi-strand necklaces. And I do have Sandra in first for $2. And I'm trying to find the pearls. I saw one thing on pearls. Oh, ooh, look at this. Wow, on garnets. Ooh, pretty. And Pamela is at 3. Sandra is at 4. Well, I see jewelry making, but the way this magazine is put together is not always, there we go, is not always the best at finding stuff. Pearls, gems from the sea. Got some beautiful pictures in here. And Pamela is at 5. And then they tell you kind of what you're looking at in there. So we do have Pamela at 5. And we'll see if Sandra would like to come in at 6 or higher. And Sandra is at 6. And Pamela is at 7. And Sandra is out. Thank you so much. And we will count that down for Pamela, which is, yep, this one. So going once, going twice, and sold to Pamela. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Sandra. All right, $2 start. Sorry, $2 start. And this one is March 1982. A special faceting issue, new cutting designs, introduction to the meat point system, faceting, how to make a copper bracelet. Oops, so that one is $2. Let's see. Well, that doesn't look like how, They're showing like two different pictures that don't look like they go together. Oh, Westport Beach. Westport Beach in Washington. Here is a story on agates that they find at the beach. And then here is all about the facets. And making a really cool bird bracelet. And they show you here how to put it together, how to do the little birds. So that one is $2. Okay. And then I've got one more. And this is July 1980. And let's see, the official program issue, Days of Gems and Roses. And Bonnie, is that for this one or is it for the other one? I just want to make sure. How to make gem bugs with googly eyes. A sun buckle. The other one. All right. Thank you, Bonnie. And then Lucinda is in for this one. All right, Lucinda. So I will get Bonnie for the other one and Lucinda for this one. And thank you. No, you don't want that one I was just showing? Okay. All right. All right. So this one, nope. It was the Pasadena. This one. The Days of Gems and Roses. That one is still available. And let's see. Oh, this teaches you how to do personalized jewelry. And I know it is hard sometimes to see what all the stories are in here. Searching for gold. And then highlights of the International Gem Show. Oh, just that one. All right. And then how to make the gem bugs. All right. So there is that. Next up, I have, kind of another boxing thing. But this one is called The Hardest Game. And it actually goes through specific boxing matches. So it actually goes through and talks about very specific who versus who throughout this one. So that one is $2. $2 on that one. And Sherry is in. Thank you, Sherry. And going once, going twice. And, oops. There we go. Sold to Sherry. Thank you. All right. Then I have a book specific to Muhammad Ali. It is a book about him, his life and times with the cooperation of Muhammad Ali. This book is 540 pages. It does have an index, and it does have, like a biography of Muhammad Ali, including pictures. So about 530 pages and some more pictures. And Sherry is in for Muhammad Ali. Thank you, Sherry. And going once, going twice, and sold to Sherry. Thank you. All right, next, one more boxing book, and this one is George Foreman. It is an autobiography of George Foreman. And this one also has some pictures in it, although it is hard to show those pictures, and another section of pictures. And it has 262 pages. You do have two good picture sections in here. So that one, $2 for George Foreman. Next, for people who want to learn more about the computer program Excel. This is Excel for Dummies. Believe it or not, things in Excel don't change that much over the years. So these books, they're still relevant. They still can teach you a lot of things about the programs that are, again, the programs don't change that much from year to year. So things I learned, 20 years ago, they still work in Excel. So this one, if you want to know a little more about Excel, this is Excel for Dummies. And that is $2. Next, I have iMac for Dummies. So if you'd like to learn more about your iMac, there you go, iMac for Dummies. Really good step-by-step instructions. And that one is $2. All right. We've got one more group to go for today. And there, get those there. All right. Up next, we are going to be $3 starts on these books. So $3 starts, and this is reading and understanding stories and activities for first graders. So lots of activities in this one. Makes it fun. Kids don't really know they're learning. If you take little bits, make it a really fun book to go through. So a lot of activities in this one for first graders. And that one is $3. All right, next for $3 is this Discover Stars and Planets book. Nice hardcover book. And it's got beautiful pictures in it. So that one is $3, Stars and Planets. And it is an oversized book. Oops. 44 pages, but it is a nice tall one. So $3 for that. Then I have 3 of these ortho lawn and garden books. 3 of them. I'm not sure when these came out. Oh, Frederick and Nelson. You can get your beautiful patio furniture there. So these each have like a little bit of different something in them. So they are fun to have all of these, all the different versions of these, because they each one have a little different something. Well, this one's from the 60s, I think. I think this one's from the 60s or maybe very early 70s. But you can see each one's got a few different little techniques in it. So you get all 3 of them, $3 for the lawn and garden. All right, a novel. Mario Puzo, The Last Dawn. Yep, so he's the one who wrote the Godfather series. This is a hardcover book of The Last Dawn. And it has 482 pages. So if you're a fan of The Godfather, there you go, The Last Dawn. And that's 3. Oh, we have Sandra in first at 3. This one, I'm not even sure it was ever read. It's in really good condition. Pamela is at 4. Sandra is at 5. And we'll see if Pamela would like to come in at 6. Thank you, Pamela. Sandra is at 7. Pamela at 8. And it is in really nice condition. So good if you want to give that as a gift for someone. It's a nice condition for that. Sandra is at 9. Thank you, Pamela. And we will count that down for Sandra. Going once, going twice, and sold to Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Pamela. All right, next you are going to get two for $3. And this is about the football player Brian Bosworth, also known as the Boz. This is his novel, well, his book. I don't think it's quite a biography, but close. And then this is a pro football with him on the cover. So you are going to get both of those for $3. He did a little acting kind of after his football career was over. I don't know what he's doing now. But you will get both of those $3. Again, it's Brian Bosworth, known as the Boz. All right, next from, I want to call it Dragon's Den because I used to watch it on Canadian TV, the Dragon's Den. Oh my gosh, I am totally drawing a blank on what it is called now in America. Help me. Shark Tank. That's it. Shark Tank. All I could think of was Dragon's Den. But it is Kevin O'Leary. And it's his book, Cold Hard Truth on Business, Money, and Life. This one looks like it is in pretty much unread, nice condition. So if you have a fan of Shark Tank or Dragon's Den, I know I do watch a lot of Canadian TV. A lot of Canadian TV. So that one is $3. Next up, Norman Lear. So he created All in the Family, Maude, Good Times, The Jeffersons, Mary Hartman. And this is his autobiography. So that is Norman Lear, and that is $3. And it does have some pictures of him, his family, and his professional families. Oh, and him on South Park. And Sandra is in for Norman Lear. Thank you, Sandra. And going once, going twice, and sold to Sandra. Thank you. All right, one last book, and then we are going to do the speed round. This is a poetry book. It is by Charles Neff. It has his picture on the back. This is the one that is signed by the author. So he did autograph this one, but it is his book of poetry. And some of it's one page, some of it is 2 pages. And it does have 179 pages. Hi, Susan. You are just in time for the speed round. So let me write this one down for Sandra. And going once, going twice. Oops, where's the mouse? And sold to Sandra. Thank you. All right. So I am going to do the speed round me get these books back over here so I remember that they are part of the speed round. All right. So thank you all so much for joining me today. I will be back tonight with Erin Proctor, Angie's Oddities, and hopefully Sue Spezio will be popping in to join us. Saturday night for my late night sale, I will be having Denise's Magical Emporium and Becky, Vintage Viking Treasures. I do need to grab some water. All right, while we get ready for the speed round. I am going to start with a free book. Yep, a free book. Outboard Engines. I know. But if you know someone who would like an Outboard Engines book, this is free. You just pay the shipping. And that is number 4. Number 4, free book. All right, next for free, Corey Everson, Fat Free and Fit. This is a free book, number 5. Oh, that goes over there. Okay, Washington Huskies, Washington football team. They had a they won the national title, and then they got caught up in some scandals, and they were put on probation for a few years. This is all about that time in the 90s. This is $1, number 7. $1, number 7. Celebrating Chinese New Year. It is a thin book, but very colorful, nicely illustrated, teaching about Chinese New Year. $1, 8, number 8. $1, number 8. The Story of Ruby Bridges. This is $1, number 9. $1, number 9. And Sandra, let me know what the title is or the number for the item. Number 8. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. Let's see, that was Ruby Bridges. I Love My Family. This is $1, number 10. That one, $1, number 10. And Happy Maker is taking number 9. Thank you, Happy Maker. Oh, I've got you, Sandra. Got you for that one. And for Happy Maker, thank you. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. This book is $1, number 12. $1, number 12. It Looks Like Spilt Milk. This book is $1, number 13. And thank you, Happy Maker. Let's see. The Wind Blew. Funny little story about the wind blowing stuff around. This is $1, number 14. And thank you, Happy Maker. I have you for number 13. And the wind, $1, number 14. And Happy Maker is going to take that one. Thank you. All right, this next one I have 3 copies of. It is Scholastic. What Will the Weather Be Today? This is $1, number 16, but I do have 3 copies of this book. So 3 copies, oops, $1, number 16. Antarctica. This is $1, number 20. It does have a fold and a little rough on the edges there. But this is about penguins. And this is $1, number 20. All about the penguins. This one, another book about penguins. This is $1, number 23. $1, number 23, all about penguins. Amalia and the Grasshopper. So this is about basketball, grandpas, and grasshoppers. And that is $1, number 24. This book called One Night. One night when the baby brother is crying and the sister comes in and plays with him until the mom gets up. That is $1, number 25. These are the 1964 lawn and garden books. I have 2 of them. They are $1 each, number 27. And they do give you lots of helpful tips about gardening. So $1, number 64. A 1984 Harris Seed Catalog. If you like heirloom type vegetables and stuff, they might be in these catalogs, and maybe you can't find them readily now, but they do still exist out there. But here you can have pictures of them. So this is $1, number 31. The Stark Brothers Fruit Trees and Landscaping Catalog. This one is $1, number 32. This one is a 1964 Walter Marks Gardens catalog that shows irises and lilies and some roses on the back too. This is $1, number 33 for this catalog, 1964. And then this one is the 1986 bulb catalog that shows a lot of irises in this one. And oh, Sharon is going to take 32 and 33. Thank you, Sharon. Let's see, that is these 2. Thank you. And then I have the Park Seed. The Park Seed catalog in 1984. And this one is $1, number 35. Oops. Choosing Good Health. This is for kids and making good health decisions. This book is, where is it? $1, number 37. $1, number 37 for the health book. And thank you, Sharon. I've got you for 35. This is a big book. All that about health. And I will get Sharon for 35. And thank you, Sharon. Okay, that was choosing health. All right. For $2, my first book about space. This is number 42, and that is $2. Number 42, my first book about space. And my picture book about planets. This is $2. Number 43. $2, number 43, about the planets. And the space book. It does not have a colorful poster in here, but it is $2, number 44, and it has lots of space-themed activities. So $2, number 44. A book about penguins, but this one is an activity book about penguins. And this is $2, number 47. $2, number 47 for the activity book about penguins. And then Eyes on Nature. This is a photograph book and fact book about penguins. $2, number 49. $2, number 49. This novel, suspense novel, called The Target by David. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. However I say it, it is not going to be how it's pronounced. It is about the president needing to get a special team together for a secret mission. And this is a Will Robbie novel. It is $2, number 51. And hi, Maritza. This is a textbook with 600 pages. Introduction to Astronomy. This is $2, number 55, and it is a textbook. So $2, number 55 for the astronomy book. Getting ready to teach the first grade. This is $2, number 59. All kinds of ways of making teaching fun. And this one, What Are the Other Kids Doing? This is $2, number 60. This is what to have if you have a group of kids, things to occupy them while you focus your attention on a couple of other kids. So that's $2, number 60. Science Made Simple. This is $2, number 61. Full of lots of fun science activities. $2, number 61. Rock and Gem magazine. This one is from January 1984. And this is $2, number 63. And I'm trying to see. Oh, whew, look at those. Those are cool. And so this one, Rock and Gem, $2, number 63. And jewelry making, this is July 1980. And this is $2, number 69. George Foreman autobiography. This is $2, number 72. And oh, thank you, Bonnie. $2, number 72 for George Foreman. Okay. Yes, I do. And yes, I do have some that I'll be bringing next week into sales. I'm not having, so far at least, I'm not having a specific dedicated Christmas sale. I'm just bringing Christmas in to a lot of sales. But yes, I do have some Christmas CDs. I don't think I have any DVDs, but I do have some Christmas CDs that I will be bringing. Excel for Dummies. This is $2, number 73. So Excel for Dummies. And Excel doesn't change that much. So you can still use these things because they're still good. They still have lots of info. iMac for Dummies, $2, number 74. You want to learn more about your iMac? There you go. All right. Then I have number 78. Understand and read stories and activities for first graders. This is $3, number 78, and it is full of a lot of activities. Next one, number 79. This is Discover Stars and Planets. It's a nice oversized book full of beautiful pictures. $3, number 79, Stars and Planets. 3 lawn and garden magazines. They are full of little tips. Each one has different tips in it. You're going to get all 3 of them. Number 80. $3, number 80. The 2-pack of the Boz, number 81. Brian Bosworth, football player, actor. I don't know what he's doing now. And then this is him on the cover of Pro Football. So that you get both of them, $3, number 81. And Kevin O'Leary from the Shark Tank and Dragon's Den, Cold Hard Truth. And that is number 82, $3, number 82. And Sherry. Yeah, it is pretty old. Let me see. That one was there. Okay. And that is for Sherry. And then the Kevin O'Leary for Sherry also. And thank you. All right, so those are all of the books. And if you think about one of the books after the sale, you want to grab it, go ahead and let me know. Send me an email, or you can leave a comment down below. I will be back tonight with Aaron Proctor and Angie's Oddities, and hopefully Sue Spezio will be able to join us. But that is going to do it for the sale. And thank you all so much for joining me. I know I did not get a chance to finish my little list, so I'm trying to get the last ones in here, because if I don't, those are the ones that everybody's going to want. But I do appreciate everyone joining me today. And have a fantastic day, everyone. And I hope to see you tonight. So thank you all. Take care. I can't find my mouse. Where's my mouse? There it is. I can't end the sale unless I can find my mouse. But thank you, everyone. Have a great day and a great weekend.